First of all, we are probably one of the most integrated health and care systems anywhere in the world. We have got a totally integrated health system, and by that I mean hospital and community health services are completely integrated. And there is a law going through the Scottish Parliament this year which will integrate health and social care. Now, this is a direction of travel for every health and care system across the developed world, not simply in Europe, but further afield, including the US market. So in fact, selling that concept, particularly to global technology companies, is something that could be very interesting to them, because if they're looking for products to go into that kind of market, we can not only give them a good platform to test, develop and refine existing products, but actually share the vision for the future that other health and care systems are only aspiring to, which can give them commercial advantage. We forget that Scotland is really interesting in a number of ways, specifically our geography. Almost every geographical challenge across the whole of the world is replicated in Scotland. That goes from large urban centres and the problems of societal challenge within big conurbation like Glasgow, for example, through to the challenges of remoteness and rurality in the Northwest Highlands. And then we have got islands. Also, if you've got a new product, getting it certified for use in the UK allows it to be marketed not simply across Europe, because we've reciprocal arrangements with the United States, actually across the Americas as well. A prototype, we can help you work that up and actually give you access to real patients, real care settings, be they hospital or community, to build on that prototype and get it to a marketable solution. So I was speaking to colleagues from France who recognised that some of the solutions that we are putting in place in the Highlands of Scotland are really, really relevant to alpine environments, and actually a lot further afield in the developing world, where the communication challenges are replicated in parts of Scotland. So the solutions can actually be tested out here that can then go almost anywhere. We have got consistency across the whole of our political spectrum. So irrespective of what political party is in power now or in the future, that the policy for health and care development over the coming years is going to remain the same, and in fact has done for the last 12 to 14 years, and that's a major benefit. And the King's Fund in England has actually recognised that is why Scotland is advanced, even further advanced than England, Wales and Northern Ireland in the UK National Health Service context. So we are also, through that mechanism, promoting innovation, where the health and care system in Scotland has a policy to make itself more open and receptive to approaches, both from small and medium-sized enterprises within Scotland, but also from companies out with Scotland who wish to locate here. And we're going to continue to make it easier for these companies to do business in Scotland. We have got an example where a company who was initially looking to take forward an ICT solution in Germany has actually come to talk to us in Scotland, because the regulatory framework and the way health services are configured in Germany was not conducive to actually taking forward the development of a product, particularly when you were looking at not simply doing it in isolation with 10, 15 or 20 patients, but for what most companies are looking for, which is at-scale deployment. And Scotland can offer that. Scotland can actually offer it in advance of a huge number of countries around the world, and that is another thing that makes us specifically of interest and very attractive. What we have been very keen to do is to make it easy for any organisation to access the Digital Health Institute. And actually, there is no cost in joining the Digital Health Institute. This is a project which brings together our academic community across the whole of Scotland, which has an international reputation, not simply in the practice and provision of medicine now and in the future, but also particularly in informatics, analytics, and in fact in developing digital solutions. It is being structured specifically to give the kind of services that companies want. And there are 3 levels of service. One is the blue sky thinking, where we can make available our experts, not simply from academia, but also from service delivery. Secondly, to help take ideas and through rapid prototyping, cut down cost and speed up the development of prototype solutions, wasting time and saving money. And then thirdly, through that vehicle and the contacts we have across particularly the NHS in Scotland, the ability to take these prototypes and put them into the real life market, into either hospitals or community settings, and really allow individuals to kick the tires of those, but put the appropriate academic discipline around the evaluation. The whole thing about the Digital Health Institute is it can bring into that conversation international experts in whatever the field is, along with service users, patients, and service managers, as well as the enthusiastic clinicians, so that you have got a greater chance of coming to a pragmatic, informed solution, rather than backing a hunch and going with something because it looks interesting and sexy. That's all very well and intellectually stimulating, but that's not certainly what the Chief Information Officer and certainly not the Chief Financial Officer or company backers are looking for. Make it easy for any company to register with the Digital Health Institute, be they resident in Scotland or be they resident anywhere. And that is a simple process. We will always provide a potential solution to the question being asked. We have got not only people who wish to innovate, but actually a system that recognises that it needs to change to deliver sustainability as well as drive up quality and effectiveness. So that again is an open door for industry to partner with us. But when you add to that Scotland has got a huge history round about informatics and analytics, where every citizen in Scotland has got a unique clinical identifier, it makes it very attractive for us to be the active region of choice when you come to doing research, gathering data and determining whether an intervention has true value. Clearly we want to say Scotland is not only open for business, but actually Scotland is open to business. Because for me, generating economic growth for Scotland promotes well-being, and after all, that is the business that the health and care system is in. Hence the reason we have got commitment from colleagues across health and care to make this venture successful.